Welcome to Littleton Common. I'm Barbara McRae, and thank you for joining us today. There's a little different look on the show this month because our studio is being remodeled. It will take a couple of months, but you'll be the first to know when it's complete. But right now, we have a lot to catch up on. Well, summer is over, everyone is in school, buses are back on the road, clubs are beginning to prepare programs for the new year, and stores are putting up holiday decorations. So we are off and running from 2012 to 2013. Here in Littleton, it will mean the 300th anniversary of our town's birth. I hope you'll try to keep up with all the festivities that will make 2013 so special. We'll make sure you hear all about it here on this channel. But right now, let's hear what's happening around town this September. Janice Nowicki, the Council on Aging's Elder and Human Services Director, has her list ready. Here's Janice.
Hi everyone, happy September. September is National Senior Center Month, and we'd like to invite you to stop by. As usual, we have a lot of activities and programs that occur every month, every week, and special events as well. So we would encourage you to stop by. Thursday, September 6th, we're going to have a dinner theater at noon. We're going to be serving a chicken parmesan luncheon, followed by And Now Mark Twain. Local actor from the Worcester area, Richard Clark, is a one-man show, and we received a grant through the Cultural Council for him to come in and perform. He is wonderful. I really encourage you to come and see him. I've seen him several times. Reservations need to be made by September 3rd for lunch, so as soon as you see this, make the call to the diner, 978-540-2474, to reserve your spot. Sunday, September 9th is Grandparents' Day. In recognition of that, on Friday the 7th, we will be serving a special lunch here in the senior diner, so we invite you to come. What we would like to do is that week before, so beginning on September 3rd, right after Labor Day, we would like you to bring in some pictures of you and your grandchildren. We think it would be kind of neat to display them around the diner and around the center. So bring those in and come by and have lunch and then a special dessert on the 7th. We're very pleased that on September 13th at 6 o'clock, we're going to be offering a nighttime program for you working seniors and folks that are interested. We are trying to do more night programs, so if you have a topic of interest, if you could please let me know, we could schedule something. But this program is going to be Smart Choices in Retirement. We are going to be serving a brown bag supper for all of you. I know you rush home from work and you need to get the family and everybody squared away. So you can sneak out of the house, come and have a nice little supper with us. It's no charge to you, but we do need to know who's coming by 9/11. Just to highlight, September is Falls Prevention Month, and it's very, very important. And at the State House in Boston on Saturday, September 22nd, they're going to be doing a Falls Prevention Awareness Day with all kinds of different programs from 10 to 1. So I encourage you, if you have a little bit of time, to head into Boston and check that out. I am going to actually try to get there myself that day because there should be lots of great information. We know that a lot of folks haven't been coming to or have not been to the Senior Center, and we'd like to invite you to come. We're going to have an open house on Tuesday, September 25th from 10 to noon. We'd like you to come, just have a tour of our space and see some of the programs that go on. We'll have some refreshments. We are also looking to register as many seniors in town as possible. We have a computer program that's called My Senior Center, and we'd like to have folks contact information, including emergency contacts, cell phone numbers, email address, and all those kinds of things. And if you come in and register that day or even before that day, you will be entered to win a prize. We also are going to have our last cookout of the summer will be on Friday, September 28th at noon down in the courtyard, the senior diner, in the multi-purpose room. After the lunch, we're going to have a fun game of bingo. So bingo goes on every Friday afternoon. This is just going to be a larger group, hopefully coming for that. And again, there'll be some special prizes as well. So that's just a few of the highlights, so there'll be much more. So please check the elevator outside of Parks and Recs. That's posting outside the office in the Council on Aging and down in the senior diner, because we do have many different things that go on that we just don't have the opportunity to get on this cable program or in the newsletter. So anyways, happy September and hope to see you at Senior Center Month.
Thank you, Janice. I hope you got all of that and you're ready to go to the Senior Center to enjoy the things she has planned just for you. Now, let's go to Gail Dalton and see what she is adding to Janice's list.
Hello, Barbara, and welcome to the month of September. Okay, we have a lot of things are now starting to pick up here in the diner, and we have our lunches that we do on Thursdays, and it's actually working out pretty well. People are calling and getting their tickets ahead of time, so everything's been working out, and the meals now being made here. So like we had meatloaf and everything's been delicious. So we really want to see more and more people coming in. So the Minuteman birthday lunch is on September 12th, that Wednesday. The ladies' breakfast is that Thursday, September 13th. The men's breakfast is the 19th. And also we're having a cookout at the end of the month for the end of summer. So you have to call and get tickets. It's going to be $3. You need to call me down here at the diner. 978-540-2474, okay? And also, I just talked to Janice. She was telling me she's doing an open house on the 25th, which she'll start off with beverages and desserts and fresh fruit and everything here, and then take a tour throughout the COA and show everything what we have, all the activities that we have going on. So, but you know, the movies will start back up again in September. So we really would like to see everybody come in. We're having a lot of activities, okay? And read the newsletter because everything will be put in there.
Thank you, Gail. Just a reminder, don't forget the dinner theater and Mark Twain on September 6th and the COA's open house on September 25th. Have you noticed that we just don't do crafts as much as we used to? There was a weekly craft group at the Senior Center years back. Well, guess what? There is a new one with some very talented people organizing a different craft each month. The first Monday of the month is the day, and the time is 10 a.m. So far, they have painted on glass and made many more things. Next, it will be how to make a flower arrangement. So please, don't sit at home. Come in with a friend and enjoy a morning of sharing ideas with others. If you're interested in crafts or knitting and want to work with others, bring your knitting needles to the Loving Stitches group every Monday at 1 p.m. in the Council on Aging. And that's room 233. Don't worry, they have the yarn, lots of yarn, and they might have needles too. Most of our classes are in room 233, and you must call to let them know you're coming so they can welcome you and show you around. So please call 540-2470. Something we have learned. Many of you are interested in art classes. So we are working on that as we speak and hope to start it soon. After that, we will plan an art show, so watch your broadcaster and this show for further information. Have you ever wondered if your car is still a comfortable fit for you? And as a son or daughter, have you wondered if your parents are in a car that's safe for them to drive? The Council on Aging's Wellness Director, Pamela Campbell, is hosting a program called Car Fit. This offers older adults the opportunity to check how well their personal vehicle fits them. A trained team will work with each person to ensure they fit their auto properly for comfort and safety. The program, which has been developed by AARP, takes approximately 20 minutes. 20 minutes is not a long time to keep yourself or your parents safe. So call Pamela at 540-2475 and sign up. If you're living alone and would like to talk to other people about it, why don't you go to Tina Mader's Living Alone Support Group meeting? Tina has qualified guest speakers and tasty treats. Next meeting is Thursday, September 20th, from 10:30 to 11:30 in room 230 at the Senior Center. I keep mentioning the Senior Center. If you don't know where it is, come to the Shattuck Street Town Office Building. The library is on one end, the town office is in the middle, and the Council on Aging and Park and Rec and School Superintendent are on the other end. So go to the library, then pay your taxes, sign up for yoga at Park and Rec, and come to the Council on Aging programs. I mean, how easy is that? One program enjoyed by many is the Mahjong Day, and now Millie Curtin is planning a Mahjong tournament for Friday, October 5th, 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. All level players are welcome, and the entrance fee is $15, which will include tournament fee, cash prize, and that's for the highest scores, and also a continental breakfast. But Millie does need volunteers to help. You may use your tax work-off credits, and people are signing up pretty fast, so contact Millie at 486-3707 for details. Meantime, Nancy Friday and Barbara Cam are your hosts for the monthly movie. And this month, on September 27th, it's The Artist. Price is $2 and the room number is 230. So please sign up so they know how many chairs to set up and how many cookies to make. And yes, dessert is included. And also, people are looking forward to that movie, so make sure you sign up early. And while we're talking about entertainment, here is Evanthea Velakis with news from Indian Hill. Hi, Evanthea.
Thanks, Barbara. Hope everyone's having a great summer, but it's time to think about some fall music activities. And over here at Indian Hill Music, we start off the season with our open house. That's on Saturday, September 8th from 10 to 1 p.m. Indian Hill will be open to everyone. You can come in, you can fool around with some instruments, you can look at some class demonstrations, you can sign up for classes, talk to our teachers, and learn what we're all about. So that's our free open house here at Indian Hill Music on September 8th, which is a Saturday from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. The Box Lunch Faculty Concert Series resumes on Thursday, September 20th, with two shows, one at 11 and one at 1:30 p.m. And our performer will be pianist Monica Tessitore, playing music of Brazilian composers and more. So that's the Box Lunch, two shows, Thursday, September 20th. Find out more at indianhillmusic.org or call us at 486-9524. The orchestra season starts up in October, but to find out what's going on, our conductor, Bruce Hangen, is having what we call Coffee with the Conductor, and that's happening 2 times in September, on September 18th, Tuesday, at 7 p.m. in the evening, or Monday, September 24th at 10:30 a.m. You can come in and listen to Bruce take you on a tour of the orchestra's 38th concert season. You can find out all about the music and also decide if you want to buy a subscription or buy some concert tickets. All of that is online at indianhillmusic.org. And what else? Our fall music programs will be starting up beginning of the month, and we want you to come and take a lesson or get your family involved. So give us a call, 486-9524, and find out more. And one more thing, the Family Pajama Jam, which is a free musical story hour, that will happen on Friday, September 28th, over at the end of the month at 6:30 to 7:30 p.m. So it's a free 1-hour activity for young families, the Pajama Jam. So we'll see you at Indian Hill.
There's plenty to do right here in town. Get a calendar and fill it up. The Lyceum is planning some great things this year, and here is Andrew Bowers to tell you what's happening.
I'm very pleased to be here to talk about the Littleton Lyceum's upcoming 2012-2013 season. I'll give you just a quick background, Lyceum has been a cultural organization here in Littleton for over 180 years and remains very active due to its wonderful cadre of volunteers. And this year we've come up with what we think is going to be another great season. We've got 5 programs, which is one more than we normally have. And we're starting off the whole thing on Friday, the 28th of September, with the Squeeze Box Stompers. These are fellows from the Boston area who play a wonderful blend of Cajun, Zydeco, and blues music. We're looking forward to a great evening, great musical evening to start off our season on the 28th of September. This is going to be followed the Friday the 9th of November with author Eric J. Dolan presenting the story of when America first met China. This is particularly interesting because it's relevant locally. The China trade was very much part of Massachusetts history, and some of the profit from that made its way here to Littleton. Eric J. Dolan has written several books, fascinating books, a lot about the sea, a lot about the North Shore, but this is going to shed light on a fascinating bit of local history and world history. We change gears in the change of the year, and we have Henry Lappin coming on Friday the 4th of January in 2013. And Mr. Lappin is going to present A Passion for Birds. This is a presentation filled with humor, filled with beauty. Mr. Lappin actually has wonderful bird masks, bird puppets, works well with a full range of audience members, fun, entertaining, and informative. Again, something the whole family will definitely enjoy. Then, about a month later, on the 8th of February, we have Benjamin Killam coming down from New Hampshire. Mr. Killam is affectionately known as the Bear Man. He has raised many orphaned bear cubs and has done much work with bears in the wild and has a great talk about his work. And it's fascinating, touching, and again, a lot of fun. We end up with our 5th and final program on Friday the 29th of March. And we're returning to music, but also comedy with the group Frost Heaves from the quintessential, if non-existent town of Frost Heaves, New Hampshire. This is a great combination of stand-up comedy, local comedy, and music, sing-alongs. Again, something with great appeal and something we're very much looking forward to presenting. If you need any more information about this, all of it is found on our website, which is littletonlyceum.org, and that's Littleton Lyceum, one word. There will be a mailing that will have gone out to every box holder in Littleton. That will be the end of the summer, getting ready for our first program in the end of September. Our prices this year are $25 per household for the entire season. One of the reasons that we can offer such an economical, if not dirt cheap, price for all of these programs is that we are very fortunate in the early 20th century to have a trust fund established, and that trust fund was added to late in the 20th century. So we have the Abbey Tuttle Fund as well as the Walter Clancy Fund, and that is what is paying for most of the programs that you'll be able to enjoy if you get a pass. Another thing that you could enjoy with the pass if you choose is 2-for-1 tickets at the Cannon Theater with your Lyceum membership. This is for Thursday evenings and Saturday matinees. Again, a great deal. Again, highly recommend you go on to our website. You can find times, directions, history. All of those questions can be answered at littletonlyceum.org. Thank you very much.
Sounds good, Andrew. Another place in Littleton that you should check on is the New England Forestry Foundation property, or as we know it, Prouty Woods on Foster Street.
Thanks, Barbara. I'm Bob Purcell, the Executive Director of the New England Forestry Foundation, and I'm sitting here in my office at Prouty Woods, more than 100-acre reserve of community forest that's open to the citizens of Littleton and the surrounding areas. And people, I can see them from my window, they're having a great time out there. We invite you to come and use our forest facilities whenever you have a chance. And we look forward to seeing you here.
We hope you put the September 21st Born Scallop Festival on your calendar too. This is a COA day trip. The next will be October 4th, and that's going to be to the New Hampshire Turkey train ride. You'll have lunch aboard a scenic railroad dining car and a tour to see the Anheuser-Busch Clydesdales. And to find out more about that, call 540-2470. Please always call and make sure the trip is still a go. If they don't get enough people, the trip might have to be canceled. Now, Park and Rec always has a few fun tricks up their sleeves, so let's hear from them right now.
Thank you, Barbara. My name is Kevin, and this is Connor, and we're from Parks and Recreation. We have some new up-and-coming stuff for you this coming fall, and we're going to start with our new fall brochure of 2012. Will be in your homes by September 6th. Enrollment will also start on September 6th, so feel free to give us a call or check us out online. Some of our courses we have coming up is our fall foliage kayak trip on Sunday, September 23rd, and that's going to be from 3 to 5 p.m. That'll be on the Concord River. That'll be $90 for ages 15 up and $48 for anybody under 15. We also have an introduction to kayak, which begins on September 19th at Long Lake here in Littleton. We also offer some middle school field trips. Those are half days. The first one will be on Tuesday, September 25th. That will be at Pins Bowling, and that's going to be $35, including bowling, lunch, arcades, and laser tag. We also have our driver's ed fall sessions. There's plenty of driving time availability, so please come sign up. Our first session is Session K. That'll be September 22nd to October 27th. That is Saturdays from 8 to 3:30. Our next session will be Session L from September 23rd to November 4th, Sundays, and that's from 2 to 8. Our next session is October 2nd to November 11th, Tuesdays and Thursdays, 6 to 9 p.m. And then our next session following that one is October 10th to November 19th, and that is Monday through Wednesday, 2:30 to 5:30. We also have a Halloween costume swap coming up, so please bring your used costumes before Wednesday, October 12th. The event will be held right here at Town Hall on October 12th from 5 to 7:30. We also have our Halloween parade. That is October 28th. We'll be meeting here at Town Hall, and the parade will take us over to Fay Park for some seasonal festivities we can enjoy. A wristband for that is $3. That's only before the Friday of October 22nd. Anytime after that will be $5.
All right, so we also have some awesome classes coming up this fall in community ed. It's something for all the ages. To start off, we have a Make Your Own Garden Leaf Bird Bath. That starts September 22nd, and it runs from 10 a.m. to noon. We also have an adventure ride, which starts in September, and it's for recreational rides and for fitness rides. It's $100 for residents for one ride a week, and it's $120 for residents for unlimited rides a week. Also, we have the beginning boot camp coming back and beyond basic boot camps. Those start, the beginning starts on September 25th, and the beyond boot camp starts September 20th. We also are doing a class called Your Personal Transformation. It starts the 26th, and it's $50 per person. this fall we also have we have 2 more classes for fitness. We have a Tai Chi Quan 201 that starts September 24th at 7:30, and we also have a full body workout, which is the flat abs class, and that's going to be on Wednesdays starting the 26th. Also, we are doing a line dancing class for you interested, and it starts on the 10th of September, so make sure you sign up quickly. And also our last class that I'm going to talk to you about today is going to be Manage Your Home in Retirement, which is Tuesdays starting the 18th of September, and it runs from 7 to 9 here in Town Hall. It's $20 for residents, $23 for non-residents, and seniors, it's $5 for 60 plus. So please come by. That should be a great class. All of our classes will be great. If anyone has any questions, feel free to call the Parks and Rec Department at 978-540-2490 or visit our website at littletonrec.com. Thank you.
Thank you.
The Littleton Senior Citizens Club will meet on September 19th at 1:30 p.m. in the Senior Diner. Annual dues are $7 per year, and anyone 60 or over is welcome. And they really have good programs. The Friends Thrift Shop is opened for business with its fall and winter clothing. Your donations are sorted by season and then brought out when we change for our seasonal look. It's always fun to see what has come in when they bring the new things into the shop. The volunteers enjoy this little changeover and making the store look all new and spiffy. So come in and check what we have and make your donations at any time, Monday through Friday, 10 to 3 p.m. September is the time to drop off for your unused prescription medications, so bring them to the Littleton Police Station anytime between 10 a.m. and 2 p.m. And the date for that is going to be September 29th. The Council on Aging's podiatry clinic will be held on September 25th at the Senior Center in room 233. The cost for this is $25, so please call for an appointment at 540-2470. Enjoy your September, and don't forget to hug a senior. I thought it would be nice to bring back a guest we had in the past, just to give us an update on what he or she has been doing since we met. This month, I've invited our beautiful local celebrity, church dog / therapy dog, Mosby Mac Fisher. And he's back to tell us, let us know what he's been up to lately. So, you had Mosby's photo in the Globe, and it won a prize.
He's a celebrity.
Yeah, and in fact, didn't he win a couple of prizes with a photo for the Globe? I mean, one, let me see here. One was the Boston Globe Staff Award, and the other one was the best photo for 2009.
Yes, that surprised us.
One of the best photos of 2009.
And what was the photo like?
It was a picture of him in church under the pews, and there were a couple of kids behind him, and of course the kids all love him, so they can't get away from him.
Yeah.
And they were under the pew patting him, and he was paying attention to them.
And the photographer got down on her hands and knees to get the right perspective. And it wasn't a shot from up here looking down. It was right on their level.
On the floor there.
And I can see why it won the award.
Well, I guess. Well, the other thing is that after he was on our show, he was on national television, wasn't he?
Yes, he was. He's a big celebrity. Yeah.
So what happened? They called, they were doing a show on service dogs?
Religion and Animals. Was that the name of it? Or something similar. And it's for their news segment, early morning. Very early morning. And they did a whole hour's worth of different animals in of a religious nature. They did the Monks of New Skeet, which raise and train German Shepherds for police work, and they did Mosby as a therapy dog for the ministry. And what else did they have?
They used some of your pictures too that you took of us going down to
Oh, well, that's fun.
Life Care Center.
But the team came out and spent a whole day with him, from early morning, too early for me, from early morning until, was it 5:30, their cars finally left Littleton. And it was the reporter, the story person, the photographer, a gopher.
The sound person.
Yeah, and the sound person. And they just followed us around. They went to church with us, and they recorded him and his activities in church. And then they gave us a little break, as I believe, and then they came back to our little condo, and they interviewed us outside, and then they followed us over to Acton to the what used to be Suburban Manor, Life Care Center of Acton, to interview, to record when we were visiting with Victor, who lives in Littleton and was in the
I know who you...
This is kind of a sad thing, because Mosby and Larry in walking always saw Victor around town.
Right.
And
Victor loved Mosby.
Oh, Victor loved Mosby, yes, But he would come to our church's ham and bean suppers, and he'd love Mosby there, and all around town. And then we visited him a couple times in the nursing home, and then we found out he passed away.
Yes.
And when Larry and Mosby go by the old cemetery with the stone bench there, which Victor sat a lot in, catching his breath, and there's no more Victor there. So it's kind of a look sometimes as he goes by.
Well, that's okay. I'm sure there's other people that are happy to see Mosby too. And Mosby is wearing a lot of different hats.
Oh, yes.
Because not only is he a service dog, and not only does he, well, you know, get a lot of pets from people, but you have a book.
Oh, he's an author.
I tell you, Emails from the Church Dog.
Yes.
What a great book. And I found out that we have a little piece in this book. That was so nice of you to put us in here.
Well, it's all Mosby's doings, all his events and his history. And you folks are, excuse me, a big part of it.
Well, what made you decide to do something like this?
It goes back to when we first had Mosby, and his main thing that he did, besides going to church, was visiting people in nursing homes and hospitals. And excuse me, getting over a cold. I always wanted to email to our pastor, Debbie, when we had visited somebody, so that she wouldn't have to repeat the visit if it's just a friendly visit, not a pastoral visit. So I started emailing her and saying we went to visit so-and-so today or yesterday, just to keep her up on who we had visited.
Right.
And then I said, well, why can't Mosby write to her? It's his job. And I got him his own email address, and he started sending her stories on where he had been, not just the nursing homes and hospital people, but events that he did in town. And I put a kind of a humorous element to it, and also I gave him a persona of being a little bit conceited, because everybody says what a handsome, a beautiful dog he is, and how well behaved.
And he is.
So, you know, I gave him that little conceited edge to him. And Debbie emailed me so many times. She said, oh, that's so funny, you should write a book. And I said, yeah, right. No. And, you know, after a couple of years, after 3 years, I guess it was, because this takes his first 3 years with us, right?
Yeah.
And I put it all together. It was fairly easy to do, because I just pulled all those emails together and made it into a book.
Well,
you were putting your... at Donlands. At the service desk.
Yes.
Well, you actually put yourself in his place. I mean, you were him while you were doing these emails, I know because I did something like that myself with a friend's horse, writing her emails because I was babysitting this horse.
yeah.
And I thought it would be fun too to, you know, send her emails from Mac. His name was Mac too.
Mac.
So
Okay.
I can understand why you did this, and it was a good idea, and it makes a really fun book too because
I hope so.
yeah, you can see different places here where, and I love the way you ended everything with an ARF. Everything with, you know, and then signed it Mosby Mac Fisher.
Yes.
So, yeah, I would.
And he acquired a few titles because when Larry would be walking him, he went down to the Congregational Church and put him through his obedience paces in their big parking lot. And the fellow was mowing the lawn. He says, "Hey, is that the church dog I've heard all about?" So then Mosby started signing his emails, Mosby, the church dog, instead of therapy dog for the ministry.
Right, the church dog.
And then we did a few events around town, and so he became Dog About Town.
Oh my goodness, like the man about town, I can understand that.
Yes.
Now tell me, you've just been, you know, working with another dog. Your daughter has a dog now.
Yes.
So tell us a little
yes.
bit about that, because I think that's quite interesting too.
Well, I think it's quite unique with Needs, the training organization, too. But Needs now trains what they call social dogs. They're fully trained service dogs, but their job is to help ease issues that autistic children have just by being around them and being a companion. And most autistic children have what they call separation anxieties, where they don't like to leave from one place, for instance, home, to go to another place, or school, or down to grandma's and grandpa's house, or whatever. They tense up and they withdraw sometimes. And so if they had a social dog that they could take with them, that would help ease the transition. And going to sleep at night, our grandson Mikey has quite a problem sometimes getting to sleep, and our daughter Laurie has to always lie down with him for a while. After the book reading is done and all that, he still isn't ready to relax enough to go to sleep. But with a dog in his arms, he used to have a stuffed dog, a stuffed kitty, but a real live dog is better.
Well, I'm sure, because you know you can feel that breathing and
Oh yes.
and
yes.
the dog knows.
Oh yes,
The dog knows.
dog does, and Needs chose the perfect dog for Mikey. She's a little yellow lab, and she's quite the smallest lab I've ever seen. She's almost just half.
She's young yet.
Yeah, she's young. She's a year and a half, foxy, and she's laid back, very quiet and relaxed. In fact, well, our daughter had to go through the same training that I had to go through with Mosby, spending a week at Needs, at the campus, learning all the commands that Mosby knew. And Laurie had to do that with Foxy. She had to learn all the commands, even though she knew most of them because of me, you know. But she went for a week, and the last 2 days, Mikey came with her to learn. And then the next Monday, they were back there again, rounding up things. And then they have what they call a meet and greet.
Okay.
It's all the people that might have had an influence in the dog's life or the people's life. And he had a puppy raiser. He, like Mosby, he was a prison pup, and they are given to prisoners who have been well screened.
Yes.
And the prisoners train the puppies. And the prisoner, of course, could not do things on the weekends, so they always have a weekend puppy raiser. And they take them to train stations, to restaurants, to movie houses, every place that a prisoner could not.
Yeah.
And
Hopefully.
hopefully, yeah. So the prisoner couldn't come to the meet and greet, but two of the prison liaison people did, and his weekend puppy raiser. And then we were invited because we had donated some money to Needs.
Okay.
Because these dogs cost big bucks.
Yeah.
And we wanted to help, so we were invited too. And it was so great to see all the people that had a piece of bringing up Foxy.
Yeah. Yeah.
It was really good.
Yeah. Yeah.
We enjoyed it, and of course we brought Mosby. So Mosby and Foxy had a wonderful time together after the first 5 minutes because
great.
he's so excitable.
Excellent.
They get along wonderfully.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Yes, the profits from this book is going to Needs.
okay. That's something we need
Yes.
to know.
No. Yeah. It. That was my main goal. If we make a profit,
Yeah.
it will all go towards helping to fund Foxy.
Very good.
Yes.
Very good. When someone needs a dog, for instance, for their child, I mean, I know with Mosby, you know, you took him and you were trained with him and you take him to hospitals and nursing homes and everything. But when it comes to a child, for instance, who is autistic or whatever, now, do they interview the family first so that they know which dog is good for that family?
Definitely, definitely. Laurie went for an interview. Well, first she called, and they sent her out a 3-page interview sheet, which she had to fill out.
Right.
And then she went for the interview with Mikey.
Uh-huh.
And of course, now Mikey's been living with Mosby for the last 4 years, and we have taught him some of the things that we learned.
Yeah.
For instance, Mikey feeds him his supper when he's there at supper time, and he has to tell Mosby to sit in a strong voice, and then he puts the chow in Mosby's dish, and then he says, okay, and Mosby's not supposed to eat it or go for it until he gets that okay, the release. And Mikey's very timid little boy. Sit. And I said, you have to be firm about it. So at first he's saying, sit. And then gradually it's come down.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
he has learned how to do that. And he's taken, well, no, we've taken him for a walk with Mosby a few times so that he'd get the feel of it.
Okay.
And this was before our daughter had the idea of a social dog.
Right, right.
But where Mikey spent some time with us, we wanted him to become familiar with Mosby.
Sure.
So,
Well,
Mosby went for the interview. Mikey went for the interview, and they interviewed Laurie, and then they brought out 2 dogs which they thought might be a good match.
Okay.
And they went up to the training room, big area, and they put, well, Laurie took Foxy first around and saw how she walked well and behaved well. And then I guess they had Mikey do the same thing. And at the end of the interview, the woman said that Mikey was the best 6-year-old that she's ever seen handling the dogs.
Yes.
And I think it's because he had experience with Mosby.
Sure. Yeah. Well, this is a good thing, and it'd be interesting if people who have autistic children don't know about this. They might be interested in finding out more about it.
Well, Needs has a website, of course. Everybody does, and they can email or write to Needs, and they can call us up.
All right.
And it's a fairly well publicized organization.
All right. So, well, anyway, I feel that you know, we had to catch up. We had to see what Mosby was doing lately, and right now I can tell what he's doing.
Mosby.
Look alert.
He said, "Okay, look at that face. We have to show that face." But at any rate, I wanted people to see that he was here, and he's walking around Littleton, and he's with Larry, and he's with Lynda, and we just need to know that he's doing okay.
Oh, he's doing fine. He's really doing wonderfully.
Yeah, he's doing his job.
Oh, he's doing his job. Yes,
he's doing his job.
Yeah. Right now he is, because he makes us feel so good.
Yeah, he makes me feel good too when I see him.
Oh, yes, definitely.
Well, anyway, you can see Mosby and Larry taking their walks along King Street each day. So give them a wave. I think Mosby would like it.